Hey guys, welcome back to my channel Rewind. That is your girl Miss K. If this is your first time coming across my channel, welcome. Please be sure to subscribe if you like the vibe and hit that notification bell so you know when I upload more videos like this one. I'm sorry guys. All right, so definitely wasn't planning to do this live, but I've been busy. So I don't know when I'm going to be able to get the Snowfall recap out. So I have to do it now. And after just watching it, because today is my birthday, y'all. After just watching it, I have to talk about the situation. If you have not watched the episode, the latest episode of Snowfall, please turn this off right now. It is strictly full of spoilers. And another thing is, I'm going to jump into the major spoiler right away. So it really makes no sense for you to be here if you do not like spoilers, okay? I'm about to talk about the biggest thing that has happened on Snowfall in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Uncle Jerome is dead. Okay. And whenever big things like this happen, guys, you have to make sure that you understand your notification bells need to be turned on for my channel because I am most likely going to go live almost immediately. Now, here's the reason why. DeMarcus, hey, Samara and DeMarcus, a lot of you know why I didn't go live sooner. Is because I wasn't able to watch the episode because even though today is my birthday, I was celebrating it yesterday as well. I'm in here now because I'm tired, y'all, in my robe and everything. So I finally got to watch it. Oh my freaking gosh. Sad, sad, sad. So we're going to be all over the place. All right. So, hey, Rashonda. Samara says, I literally shed a thug tear. Yes, 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 yes. We saw what he was going through, guys. Now, listen, we always say, a lot of us always say, and a lot of us understand that when a person in the lifestyle that Uncle Jerome is living in, people like Franklin and all of that, when they start talking about getting out and booking it to go somewhere, you already know what it is. So I was expecting him to die. I stayed off of social media because you see, if as y'all can see, my thumbnail doesn't have a spoiler. These people have no respect. They will post spoilers up and down. Okay. So if you haven't seen the episode, you need to totally stay off of social media sites all day because that's what I had to do. I had a feeling Uncle Jerome was going to die. I kind of knew it because the way he was talking, but I just did not want to go on social media and be spoiled. I just didn't want that. Hey, Eric, thank you. Oh, thank you for that $100 super chat. Happy birthday, Kay. Wishing you many more. Louie ain't paid a water bill, so Jerome's water got cut off. Shaking my head. That is so true. That is so freaking true. And thank you so much again for that super chat. I really appreciate that. So speaking of the water bill, I'm pretty sure Uncle Jerome didn't mind dying. He was tired, but at the same time, he wanted to get out. So I don't want to say he didn't mind dying. Like he wasn't choosing death. He was choosing life at the end of the day. Like we heard him choose life in this episode. Like I'm done with this. And he told Louie that like I'm tired of going to war for my family over you, trying to kill my family for you and this and that. And she's like, she did come back to him and say, I'm sorry, I know I got you into this, but then she went and said something about you're I'm running things, but people are looking at you like you're the boss, paraphrasing. Hey, Little Rock. And did I say Rashonda? And hi LSW, and thank you. So I'm just like, girl, don't backpedal and don't do all of that because she's like, oh, I need more time and all of that. No, you don't. This man is telling you he's tired. You need to get out the game now. Nobody told you to rob Franklin. And come on. Nobody told you to do that. So I'm annoyed. I'm mad that he didn't turn her water bill. I mean, he didn't cut her water off, to be honest. That's who I wanted it to be. because of all of this. But hey, it didn't happen like that. And Cain is the one who took him out, and he took out Cain. And I did say in my last recap that I see Franklin being the one to kill Cain because he's the one that has access to him. So in a way, I was on the right track. It wasn't exactly Franklin, but because Franklin knew where he was able to grant access to Uncle Jerome and everybody else. Okay. Now let's get to this sad scene here, guys. So we already know at this point, Uncle Jerome he's there. He's finally there. And him, we got, who else do we have there? We have Scully there, who I was very surprised. I honestly thought that with Scully warning them and saying, y'all need to get your family together to go up against this lion and all of that, I really thought that he was not going to get involved. But my dude got involved. I said, oh, I can't believe Scully is here. So Scully's there. Franklin is there, of course, because you need access through Franklin. And you have some of, I think, one or two of Jerome's men. And then you also have Leon. Okay. So what I like about this scene, there's nothing to like about this scene as far as the death of Uncle Jerome. But what I like about this scene as far as what the writers did was that they put a lot of the key players in this moment with Uncle Jerome. So we were able to see the impact that his death had. So then you got Franklin, of course, you have Leon, and the camera is just going shot by shot, showing you how it's impacting every character that has been close with Uncle Jerome, that has been throughout these seasons with him. All right. So I definitely appreciated that. And I'm actually glad that Scully was there because Scully's been through a lot with them. I mean, Jerome killed his baby mother. And here he is willing to go with this man to get his wife back. Like, that's freaking big, guys. All right. So I'm like, wow. But y'all saw the stare down that him and Leon had. Like, he's still looking at Leon like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh my gosh. But as far as I believe, it's kind of water under the bridge. Like, of course, we know what you did. Like, he knows Leon killed his daughter. Of course, it was not on purpose. But if he's still going to give him the side eye. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Tim, thank you. Appreciate it. And thank you, Savannah. So DeMarcus is saying Scully got shot too. Well, I just watched it one time, so I don't recall, but maybe so. But he's there. He's still living. Thank God. So that's that, right, guys? So another thing is, and hey, Dorico, is it? Hi, thank you so much. I appreciate all the birthday love, guys. So here's another thing. Let me see. Franklin's response, like, I don't know. How did you guys feel about Franklin's response? Like, he almost seemed like he was just more in shock. Like he just kept saying, Unc. Like, he just didn't really know how to express what he was witnessing. You know what I'm saying? And of course, sitting there, seeing his uncle dead like that, and you gotta know that this man has to be thinking probably everything. Like, he probably can't even get his thoughts together right now. Like, it's like a bunch of just everything probably going on right in his head. The fact that him and his uncle never reconciled or anything. But speaking of Franklin, let's get into Franklin and what he did in this episode that he did not have to do. First and foremost, this whole thing would have never went down if Cain did not call Franklin there. Okay, we saw that his guys were out there scoping out at the stable. They got a hold of Louie. Okay, Cain calls Franklin and he says, I got me a big fish. You like fishing? Franklin's like, no. He said, well, come on, I got me a big fish. I need to show you. And the first thing I'm thinking is, why does Franklin need to see? I don't understand that. What the heck does Franklin need to see this for? So Franklin gets there and he sees Aunt Louie, and he's also saying the same thing. Okay, what you need me here for? Like, I done told you where the broad is. Like, leave me out of all of that. So I was a little bit surprised that Franklin went ahead and called his uncle. Well, he got a hold of Leon first, because I don't know if he was paging his uncle and then it wasn't going through or anything like that. I mean, he was ignoring it. So he got a hold of Leon and he said, you need to page him, this and that. Like it's serious. We saw that Leon is trying to get some type of governance going on over there, the projects and everything. So we see that. Okay. But he also had to get a hold of Uncle Jerome for him. This is something that Franklin did not have to do. But at the end of the day, I'm kind of glad that he did it, because it shows that he is not far gone, that he is not a total monster like I thought he was becoming. Okay. We also saw in this episode that V's mother was trying to get her to go with her. Like, your man is coming undone, honey, and we need to go. V says, no, I'm staying here. I want to say right here and right now, guys, that I think that was a mistake. I believe that her choosing to stay with Franklin is going to cost her and her baby their lives. That's just my opinion. Look, I've been wrong about these predictions so far, so oh well, I don't care. I'm gonna put them out there what I think and still be wrong until I hit one of them, okay? Anyway, hey Jaywood. So Eric Iverson says, do you trust Veronica? He said, now, Miss K, LOL, because I still don't. A part of me still feels some type of way, like for real. The crazy thing is when she asked about the whole car situation, like, shouldn't I know where the car is and all of that in case things don't work out? And he told her. I didn't really think there was anything wrong with that, but there was just something about her and how when the camera was kind of like zoomed in on him, right? But then you could see her in the background. There was something about that situation that made me feel that I still can't trust her. I don't know. It just is what it is. But we shall see. What else was I saying? Okay, so we have that. We also have also meeting up with Franklin and saying, sorry. We also have also meeting up with Franklin, and he's telling him that basically you are the resolution to my problems. Okay, I will deliver Teddy to you, but I need that 10 mil. So Franklin was honest and let him know, like, I won't have 10 million until after you deliver Teddy to me. And he's like, no. Also says, no, I need that money first. And so Franklin was like, all right, well, I can give you $1 million. Like, you know what Teddy did to me. Like, come on now. So also was saying, listen, okay, after you came back from me that time, that's the only reason why I'm trusting you. And I need you to make sure that Teddy is dead. Like, he cannot have an opportunity to come back at me and my family. Like, that can't happen. Okay. So here's my thing. My fear with that is that the job will get botched. And I don't want that to happen. Like, we don't need Teddy getting away. Teddy has to die. Okay. And I want Oso to be a survivor in this game. Of all people, I need Oso to survive. All right. So that's how I feel about that situation. So let me also go down the line with these pictures. All right, so we have this. I had pictures of Uncle Jerome laying dead on the floor, and I kind of wanted to get a picture with him still alive just to pay homage to him. Yeah, I know he pissed me off when he beat up Black Diamond and everything, beat her to death. I was pissed off about that, but then, just watching him in the last few episodes, you saw that all this stuff just wasn't sitting well with him anymore. And he did confirm that the only reason why he stayed in this game is to protect Louie, which I mentioned either on this channel or on somebody else's channel when we were talking about it. I think it was Lamont's when we were doing the live watch. That's the reason why he's here. He just wants to make sure that she's safe. And I mean, he stayed true to that about his woman until the death of him, until his dying day. All right. Now, I don't know if this means that Sissy is going to get rid of this chick. What's her name? I don't know why I can't say her name right now, Louie. But it's a possibility because she hasn't really liked her, from even the first season. You could see she wasn't really feeling her like that. So, hey, we shall see. Let's see what Demarcus is talking about. Hey, Demarcus, thank you for the super chat. So, happy birthday, Miss K. I think after Jerome's funeral, Louis will use the guys from Arkansas to get back at Franklin, and Veronique will be collateral damage. Okay, hey, shh. Okay, sorry about that. All right, so Louis will use the guys from Arkansas to get back at Franklin, and Veronique will be collateral damage. I think that would be very stupid for Louis to get back at Franklin after he done had a change of heart when he could have left her for dead, should have left her for dead, and let that whole thing go, knowing daggone well they're literally in a war. And his conscience came through, okay? And he allowed his conscience to win and got a hold of his uncle and let him know what was going on with his wife. And they came there and saved her. If she goes that route, you already know she deserves a horrible freaking death. Now, even though I'm saying this, I still didn't like when Kane was kicking her in her stomach like that. I didn't like that. But I still think she deserves to freaking die. And if she tries to get somebody to go after Franklin, she needs to die terribly. I'm sorry. Because what? So you're not gonna have any kind of like, look, and I understand what you're saying, DeMarcus. I'm not even that's good thinking, right? But here's the thing. Of course, you would think she would try to get revenge because Franklin is the one that gave up the location, but they're in a war, right? But he still went against the whole plan. He changed his mind. So now it's time to let bygones be freaking bygones, right? Like, can we just put it behind us? That's that. Like, what the freak, yo? Yes, Samara, thank you. No accountability whatsoever. Like, she gonna sit there talking about something. And thank you again to Marcus for that super chat. She gonna sit there talking about some, you did this to me. That's what she says to Franklin. And he's like, yo, when he was trying to tell her, listen, he was gonna leave her there for dead. Like, listen, you go on ahead, give up the freaking crackhead. Because honestly, guys, I thought this ninja was just a cokehead, yo. When they found out, when Franklin told Uncle Jerome what was going on with Louis, he freaking paged this guy, Buckley, and he was doing crack. Freaking crack. I was like, what? I had no clue that this ninja turned into a crackhead. And this is who Louis was saving. Give up Buckley. That's all you needed to do. What is he's not worth it. Why the heck wouldn't you just give him up? It's not like he was asking for your husband. He was asking for Buckley, a crackhead ex-cop that you are not going to be able to trust, you dummy. Wow, like unbelievable. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Yes, it definitely should have been Louis instead of Unc. And DeMarcus, the fact that you love her so much, I can't wait till she dies. Oh my gosh. And you know that I'm saying this in all good fun and love, but I cannot wait till she freaking dies. And if she doesn't die, I'm going to be so upset. DeMarcus already knows that I always feel like he likes the worst characters. Like he loves the worst characters. Okay. Watch him very closely, guys. We're a community. We come together and we hear each other's thoughts. I'm sorry, not hear. You hear my thoughts and y'all write each other's thoughts in, right? You read each other's thoughts. And you will get to see. Pay attention. All right. He likes the worst ones. All right. And that's just that. Eric Iverson said DeMarcus is trolling. Okay. So Eric Iverson also says, so basically Jerome died for Buckley. Shaking my head. Right. Thank you. A crackhead. A freaking crackhead. Okay. So CJ Woods, hi. Everything is coming in the end. Yeah. So here's my thing though, CJ. I'm annoyed that we're in the 6th episode. And Uncle Jerome is the one that dies. I mean, I don't find that fair. especially with the stuff going on with this lady. I just don't find it fair. All right. So what the heck are we gonna do? Like, I guess that's the name of the game, right? That happens. You get the worst ones staying alive for the long haul, almost to the freaking end. And that's probably what's gonna happen to Louie. She's gonna stay alive to the daggone end. She's going to be here to make DeMarcus happy all the way to the end, and she's gonna be here to make us cringe and pissed off and waiting and hoping, wishing and hoping and waiting for her to die until the very end. Okay, like, seriously. Ugh, it's just annoying. The CJ says, remember when Louis asked Franklin about the brick of cocaine? Louis asked Franklin. What is, I don't know. What do you, DeMarcus says, Miss K, Kane would have still killed Louis if she gave a buck. And I would have been loving that. And then Jerome wouldn't have to be dead because he wouldn't freaking have come there looking for her because she's dead already. That's okay. That is okay in my book. Okay. So, I just can't take this, guys. I don't even know what the hell to do. So I think there was something else that I wanted to talk about. So, there was a dude there. This guy was putting cigarette burns in her face. He was messing her up. Okay. He was putting cigarette burns in her face. He was kicking her all up in her stomach. Y'all saw that. He branded her. And you know what had me scratching my head a little bit was how this ninja grew up on a farm with his grandfather teaching him hard work and this and that, and you turn into a drug dealer. How does that work? I don't understand stuff like that. You know, it can happen now. But I never understood stuff like that. Like how you get this upbringing where somebody's teaching you work ethic and survival and this and that, and you turn to the streets to make your money. That's crazy to me. So anyway, he done branded a K in her chest. I thought the next step was gonna be her face, but he already been cigarette burning her face, this and that and the third, and all that. So then he sends in this dude from Nebraska. He's not really from Nebraska, but he's that little pimp, the one that looked like the dude with the daggone goggles from Belly. I don't like that ish. Eating that banana, I'm gonna have to drop a dime on him. He got this guy talking about you a loquacious little bee or whatever the heck he said. So, cause she was calling him out, like, oh, who turned you out? Your mother, you sucked more such and such than them hoes you got or whatever, right? Like she know because she been in that, that's where she come from. So she was calling him out, and he was feeling some type of way. Okay, he said Pimp Percy. He had that pimp walking everything. Okay, disgusting. She was like, I would rather take a bullet than to take my clothes off. Pimp Percy was not able to get none from Louie. She was not playing any games. Okay. So Eric Iverson, thank you for the super chat. So the smart dude from the project's gonna get killed after getting the acceptance letter from college. Big D will spray him while trying to get Leon. Eric, I hope not. Thank you so much for that super chat. See, there's certain people that I feel like I need them to survive. And this little kid is one of them, but I'm almost where you are, where I kind of feel like that's a sad situation that's going to happen, where this kid with all these brains, he's just not going to make it. But I hope that I'm wrong, and I hope that you're wrong, because he deserves more. And Leon's trying to tell him, you can do better with your brain. You don't have to be doing this stuff. You can go further. Dion is a dummy. He's a big dummy who he wants to keep another ninja down. That's what it is. All right. And so I hope that doesn't happen. There's certain people in this series that we need to survive. And I hope he's one of them. Also, I hope it's one of Oso and his family. If you think about it, Oso and those kids that he's raising, those are his friends' kids, right? I think the friend that was in the wheelchair, those are his kids' friend. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm jacking up. His friend's kids that died was killed by I think them people in Mexico somewhere. All right, he's taking care of them, took them in as their own. For them to lose another parent, like, oh my gosh. So can we not have that happen again for these kids? Can also be the one to just get away with his family. I would love that. For Einstein to get away, I would love that. But I think I kind of mentioned this on Lamont's channel as well, that Einstein is probably going to get killed. So I think I mentioned it during one of the live watches. So I don't know, but it's all sad. Thanks, Eric, again. You know, the problem here is that everything seems like it's going to be sad, regardless of what goes on. We got a piece of it. What is it? 7, 8, 9, 10. 4 more episodes. And we got a piece of what's coming. Uncle Jerome's death was very sad. Leon, that's gonna be another one, guys. We kind of all we knew Uncle Jerome was gonna die. We didn't know when. So the fact that we didn't know when he was gonna die, we don't freaking know when they're gonna pull a trigger on pull a plug on Leon. We don't know. Thank you, CJ. We don't know. We have no clue. So that's gonna be sad. And speaking of that, right? So I say all that to say, when we have these thoughts, or when I have these thoughts about a character dying, right? There's just a certain death that I can be okay with and a death that I'm not okay with. So Uncle Jerome, I was afraid that he would die in a way that was kind of abrupt. Like he could be standing somewhere and all of a sudden he gets shot in the freaking head or something crazy. Like I just didn't want it to be crazy, or I didn't want him to go out getting shot up like freaking Tony Montana or something like that. And he did not. So the way he died was sad, but I'm good with it. So when it comes to Leon, I don't want it to be like nothing crazy. Like, for example, y'all saw how the dude from what was his name, Kane from Menace to Society, the way he died, when I watched that as a kid, I was traumatized by that. So I think ever since then, like the way people die on show or a show or a movie, it does something to me, because I've been going through that since a kid. Like when I watched Fresh, and when that dude he was shooting at the boy, the kid that beat him in basketball, and then the little girl was there, she got shot in her neck and her leg was just kicking, like that right there. Ty from BMF, the way he died, I didn't like that. So if Leon goes out like any of those type of ways, I would not be happy at all. All right, I expect them to go and I make my peace with it. But when it's a certain kind of way, if it's a way that just will bother me, bother my mental, that's what will piss me off. Okay. So, I mean, even look at me. I can't stand Louie. But when she was getting kicked up in the stomach, I didn't like it. There's certain stuff that I just be like, oh, okay, do we really need to do that? Even though I said earlier that she deserves a terrible death, I probably still won't be able to watch it. Like I don't know. I'm just crazy. Anyway, so I think I pretty much said everything. But here's one thing that I wanted to say, right, guys? Because we got to get ready to watch Power Book 2 Ghost. Okay, so when Franklin came back, all right. Remember the first time he came when CJ. I'm looking at your name, CJ. When Kane called him, Franklin went up to this guy right here. Let me see him and show him to you. This guy right here who's leaning in the car. He says, Franklin says, I have a gun on me and I'm not giving it up. Kane called me here. So if you take the gun from me, I'm walking away. So this dude right here lets Franklin in to go see Kane strapped, right? And then he asked him too when he went in there. He said, "You good, homie," or whatever. And that was just that. I didn't understand why he asked him that or whatever, but he asked him if he was good. So he let him in strapped. Now, when Franklin comes back, The dude asked him, he said, I thought you was gone. And he said, well, Franklin says, I'm back. And so the dude behind him, right here to the left, he says, no, we got to check your core. So the dude up front leaning into the car, he says, nah, he good. So he lets Franklin in. And when he tells this guy, he says, yo, my that blunt or whatever made my mouth a little dry. I'm about to go to the store. You want to come with me? The dude says, oh, and skip the opportunity to go up in here or whatever he said. You could see, I don't know this guy's name to the right, but you can tell, for me, I felt like he knew something was going to go on. Like he knew Franklin was back with some stuff. All right. It was about some shenanigans was about to go down, and he let it happen. He is one of Kane's guys. He didn't have to let it happen, but he knew what it was. That's why he got the heck out of Dodge. And I was actually happy that he got out of Dodge because he let Franklin in. So I was saying that to myself, like, yo, I hope he doesn't get killed because he let Franklin in. So I don't want like Jerome or none of them to come and kill him because he actually, it's kind of like, not trying to say he on Franklin's side or nothing, but he was just, he let him in. Like, nah, he good. So I don't know what's up with this dude, why he did that, but I wanted to bring that up to y'all. Like, why in the world? And when this young dude with the braids was like, nah, I'm not passing my up a chance to go up in there, he gave dude a dap, like, all right, well, it's the last time I'm going to see you, homie. Like, he gave him that, like, I ain't never going to see you again type of dap. And I was like, why did he do that? So this is kind of like a scratch in my head moment for me, guys, because I was like, really? Yeah, Jay, well, he definitely knew what was up. Got the heck out of Dodge, child. So that's that, guys. That's kind of the last of it. I'm not sure if there was anything else that I wanted to talk about, but, it is what it is. Uncle Jerome is gone, Eric said he was just thirsty. Okay, shut up. And she was, okay, all right. I asked you guys this before we get out of here. I asked you guys this. How did you feel about how Franklin, like his emotions were with this scene? I know this guy can act his behind off, but I wanted to see more, but I guess they didn't give that to him. They gave that to Louie. Because Louie was his woman. Louie was Jerome's wife. And she did a good job. Listen, she made it really, all of them made it really sad. But Louie was like, oh, please get up. No, get up. We can go wherever you want to go and all of this. And so it was just like, oh my gosh. It really did make me want to cry. So, I mean, and then another thing that I want to say about this, DeMarcus, hear me good. She deserves this. Okay? She freaking deserves it. LSW, he was her. He was definitely her. That's his uncle, and they didn't even get to reconcile. They did not even get to reconcile. He pulled a gun on his uncle the last time he saw him. Yo, he got to live with that for however long he gonna live in this season. He gonna have to live with that for the rest of his short life, unless he's gonna be the one to go to prison. If Franklin don't die, he's going to jail. That's what I think. Okay. And if he loses his girl and his baby, oh God, I don't know, child. I think Franklin was feeling regret more than anything. Yeah, of course, absolutely. Dorico says it wouldn't surprise me if Jerome ends up on one of the power shows. That'd be nice to see him. I wouldn't want him to be like a villain though. I would hate that because I love Uncle Jerome. Louie should have just got on the plane with Jerome. Yeah, and he should have left immediately. Like he over here talking about some, I'm out. Go. She over here talking about she need more time. This goes back to my point. Thank you. Right? This goes back to my point. She needed this to happen. Samara said it. She takes no accountability. And as I was watching this episode tonight, that's exactly what I was feeling about her. She takes no accountability for her actions. She tried to pin it on Franklin. Oh, you did this to me. No, when Franklin first came to y'all with this situation about, selling cocaine and all of that, you were wide the heck open. Uncle Jerome never wanted any parts of that. Uncle Jerome was only selling weed and he was totally fine with it. He did not want to get involved from day freaking one. So now that this man is telling you that he does not want to deal with it, I'm done. All right. I'm going to Jamaica. I'm flying the heck up out of here. You're still saying, oh, I need more time. You're the reason why he's sticking around in the first daggone place. Yes, guys, he has his own decisions, but because this woman had his heart, he loved her like, I don't know what. I mean, the greatest way that a man could love a woman, right? But it's just sad that they were in this life. If they was in, a regular life, a little power couple doing everything legit wise, this would be the best couple. They would be, their love would just be the best. But it was a toxic kind of love as far as, the situation that they're in. And she took him down. She freaking took him down. Yeah, LSW, she wanted to be the head. So what? You need more time for people to show you respect. Oh, before I get out of here, before we leave, I need people to show me respect. If they're not showing you respect now, girl, when the heck you think they're going to show you some respect? Like, come on now. And now that he's dead, what do you think is going to happen? They really not going to show you no respect because they wasn't respecting you in the first place. So I just don't understand this whole thing with her. Like, it's just irks me. So I feel like her seeing this situation happen is something that she needed to see happen. So hopefully she can finally see that this is all her fault. Most of this is her fault as far as her and Jerome go. Jerome dying and all of that. It's her fault. I told her to go behind back, take the connect and all of this and go to war with Kane and blah, blah. Nobody told her to do that. No one. Now, somebody close to you had to die, and that is your husband or was your husband, unfortunately. What she's going to do with it, we don't know. Only time will tell. We about to find out in the next few episodes what she's going to do with it. Because like DeMarcus said, she's probably going to get revenge. Because somebody that don't know how to take accountability is just going to point the finger, blame. That's all they're going to do is the blame game. So she's never going to freaking learn until somebody put a bullet in her daggone head. And I hate to say it like that, but it is what it is. She's freaking ridiculous. Dorico says, man boy warned Franklin about the family turning on him. Yeah, true. Sure did. And that was something definitely to pay attention to. It was something eerie because it's all about the money situation. And the fact that Uncle Jerome loved her so much, you can't, I can't say you can't fall in love with a dangerous woman because that's how the heck you can't help that, right? But you got to be careful because she's too dangerous to be in love with, especially if it's gonna make you do stupid things. It's gonna make you make choices that you shouldn't make. You don't need to be around this person. Like, it's hard to try to say, all right, I'm gonna get away from this person. It's hard to get away from people sometimes. I know that, but for real, like, you gotta try your best to do that, whatever you can to get away from toxic, dangerous people for your own life. What did she say? Something about self-worth or something like that. So so basically what it all boils down to, guys, is it's all about her. It ain't about nobody else. Yeah, she loved Franklin. Yeah, she loved Uncle Jerome, but not enough to be like, I'm gonna stop this for you. Because he kept going for her, but she wouldn't stop for him. There you have it. It's a shame. Thank you for the super sticker. Appreciate you, Lil Rock. So, Sissy gonna snap now that Jerome did. Yeah, it's a sad thing, guys. That's right. CJ Wood, think before you act. So that's pretty much that, guys. It's 11:59. Thank you so much for being here with me. I hope that I did a pretty good job on the recap, because I know I didn't have, any notes or anything. The major thing was that Louie was taken. She was captured. She was tortured and all that stuff. They was about to run a train on her and everything, but they got there right on time. Franklin came to the rescue. Only problem is that Uncle Jerome died in, the midst of it all. So also, before I go, I'd like to also say that I enjoyed watching Kane. Like, he was a pretty good character to watch. He was, he was the ops, but I enjoyed him. He's done, and I'm fine with that. So there you have it, guys. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell so you know when I upload more videos like this one. And I will see you guys soon. Good night, LSW and Samara. Thank you. Eric says, great recap, and you did it off the dome. Yes, go. Thank you. Yes, you're welcome, CJ. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for always coming through for me. Renee Thompson, hi. I think Franklin should have killed Louie after Jerome got killed. Right then and there. Thank you. I'm so glad I didn't turn this off yet. Right the freak then and there. That's it. Because she cannot be trusted, and she's still working with this crackhead who she decided that she wanted to protect as if he's some type of gem. This guy is a freaking crackhead. Dale, hi. I'd rather Sissy be the one to kill Franklin than anyone else. What you mean to kill Franklin? What? You want Sissy to kill her son? Bringing the power vibes up in here, child. Thank you, Dale. Good night, guys. Take care and be blessed. And go ahead and watch Power if you're not going to bed yet. I will be doing the recap for that tomorrow, midnight, though. Okay. Take care. Thank you so much again. Bye-bye.